Have you really been making egg fried rice the right way? Egg first? Or rice first? Most people make a mistake at this very simple step. Change the order, and suddenly your fried rice becomes light, fluffy, never soggy, with every grain coated in a beautiful golden layer of egg. Today, I'm sharing a restaurant chef's secret that turns rice into a dish everyone will crave. Watch till the end. You might be surprised. First, let's talk about choosing the rice. This step may seem simple, but it determines 50% of the success of this dish. Dry, firm, fluffy rice is best for making fried rice. Mushy, sticky, or overly soft rice is not suitable. Dry rice has lost excess moisture, and the starch has stabilized. When it hits hot oil, the grains separate easily and do not clump together. Egg can coat each grain evenly, and seasonings absorb faster. Every grain becomes flavorful and glossy. Most importantly, it's easier to develop that fragrant wok aroma, and the edges of the rice can lightly crisp, adding extra flavor. Soft, mushy rice contains too much water. When heated, it releases more moisture, causing the grains to stick together and making it hard to stir-fry evenly. The result is often broken, pasty rice, more like stir-fried porridge than fried rice. Break the rice apart with your hands, making sure there are no large clumps. Next, prepare 3 eggs. Separate the egg whites from the yolks. Why do we do this? Egg whites contain a lot of water. If mixed into the rice from the beginning, the rice becomes damp and sticky, releases moisture during frying, and it's difficult to achieve fluffy, separate grains. If you mix whole eggs directly with the rice, the mixture becomes too thin and won't coat each grain well. That's why we separate the whites and yolks. Egg yolks are rich in fat and contain lecithin, a natural emulsifier. They coat the rice grains better, forming a thin layer that makes the rice glossy and golden, and they also help create a richer aroma when frying. Pour the egg yolks into the bowl of rice. Use your hands or a whisk to mix well so that every grain of rice is evenly coated with egg yolk. When mixing, lift from the bottom and fold upward so the yolk coats each grain evenly, with no white rice showing. This way, when you fry the rice, it turns a beautiful golden color, with every grain glowing and appetizing. Once mixed evenly, set it aside. Now, prepare the vegetables you like. Take half a carrot, slice it thinly with even thickness. Then cut into strips. Try to keep the strips uniform. Finally, cut them into small cubes. Carrots are not only nutritious, but also add vibrant color to the dish. Then place them on a plate. Next, take a piece of fresh cucumber that has been washed. Cut it in half and divide into smaller sections. Use a knife to remove the seeds in the center because they contain a lot of water, which can make it watery when stir-fried. Moreover, removing the seeds will make it crisper and help keep a nice shape. Cut the cucumber into cubes about the same size as the carrot. Place them on a separate plate. Prepare a few sausages. Choose the type you like. Cut into thin slices and then into strips. Sausages are soft, so when cutting, press a bit more firmly. You can replace sausages with shredded chicken breast, small pieces of chicken, minced or chopped beef, or fresh shrimp. Then cut into small cubes. For those who eat vegetarian, replace sausages with small fried tofu, mushrooms, or black beans, green peas, or string beans. Then place them on a plate. Take a small amount of green onion, chop finely. It not only adds aroma, but also a slightly sweet, mild flavor, while enhancing color and visual appeal. Finally, take a handful of sweet corn kernels and put them in a bowl. Rinse lightly once to clean and also to make them taste fresher when stir-fried. Drain the water and place them on a plate with the carrots. Now, Add a sufficient amount of cooking oil to the pan. When the oil is slightly hot, add the sausages. Stir fry over medium heat so that the fat and seasonings in the sausages are released and give off a pleasant aroma. Stir frying the sausages first allows the heat to dissolve their oils and spices into the pan, creating a base aroma for the entire fried rice. If added later, the rice will have difficulty absorbing the sausage's flavor and aroma. When the aroma of the sausages spreads, add the corn kernels and carrots. Stir fry for about 30 seconds, then add the cucumber. Stir quickly. Carrots and corn are quite firm, so they need to be stir-fried first to become tender while retaining their color. Cucumbers are soft and contain a lot of water. Stir-frying them for too long will make them mushy, releasing water that can make other vegetables soggy. Adding cucumbers last helps retain their crispness, shape, and bright green color. At this point, the pan contains 3 colors: red, yellow, and green. Just looking at it is already appealing. Stir fry until the vegetables are just cooked, then scoop them onto a plate to set aside. Next, add a little more oil to the pan. Heat the oil until just hot, then pour in the rice that has been mixed with the egg yolks. Set the heat to medium. Use a spatula to stir quickly from the bottom up. Stir fry until the rice grains are slightly browned on the edges, loose, and not clumped together. You will notice the rice emits a very pleasant aroma. Then, pour in the egg whites. Stir quickly to prevent the whites from gathering in one spot and making the rice wet, and to allow the egg whites to coat each grain evenly. The heat will immediately cause the egg whites to set into small strands. At this point, the rice is slightly wet. Continue stir-frying over medium heat until the rice becomes loose and drier. It's nice to know that we see each other all over the world. If you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, you can subscribe by clicking the subscribe button. It's great to see your support. At this stage, the golden rice grains are dotted with white strands, making the rice look even fluffier and more substantial. Add the previously stir-fried vegetables. Stir evenly to combine all the ingredients with the rice. Where are you watching from? Please leave a comment to let me know. Now start seasoning according to your taste. Add 1/2 teaspoon of salt and 1/2 teaspoon of seasoning powder. Keep the heat medium and stir quickly so that the seasonings are evenly absorbed. The rule is to season lightly to let the aroma of the eggs and the natural sweetness of the ingredients stand out. When all the ingredients are evenly coated with seasoning, sprinkle in the chopped green onions. Stir a few times and turn off the heat. The aroma spreads, enticing, with a balance of sweet, salty, and fresh vegetable notes. Now, serve on a plate and enjoy. You can see that the rice grains are separate, not sticky, light yellow, tender, with the vegetables evenly distributed. The fried rice has a warm, lively, harmonious color that makes you want to eat immediately. Eat while hot, and you will taste the richness of the yolk, the soft texture of the whites, the chewy fragrance of the rice, and the crisp sweetness of the vegetables, all blending together. Each bite of fried rice gives a balanced sensation of soft, crunchy, and chewy textures, creating a delightful eating experience. Even with simple ingredients, this creates an irresistibly delicious dish. Anyone who loves egg-fried rice must try this method. The video ends here. If you have any comments, please leave a comment below. If you find the video interesting, please give me a like. Don't forget to share it with your relatives and friends. Remember to subscribe to the channel. Thank you for your support. Goodbye. See you in the next video.